Hey Internet Cooking Show. Okay, so this week we're gonna make Tomatillo Salsa. And to do that, we're gonna need the following ingredients. 1.5 pounds of tomatillos. We're gonna need a clove of garlic. Nobody's really complaining about garlic, so we're gonna use a lot because it's awesome. We're gonna use 1 onion, about 4 to 5 jalapenos, 2 limes, 3 habaneros, optional of course, and cilantro, which is also optional. We're also going to add salt. So, those are the ingredients. Let's get cooking. Yeah! Okay, so these tomatillos are going to have a little husk on the outside. And you're just going to want to peel that off like so. Just throw it in there. And then rinse it off. And then set it aside. You're going to have another one. Just rip off the husk and throw it in the sink and then rinse it off. You're good. Alright, so we're gonna chop up this onion like so. It can just be a rough chop. Just kidding. Cut. Alright. So here we are. We have our chopped up onions, a few Thai chilies, we have our garlic, tomatillos, everything's washed, we have our jalapenos, tops cut off, and then we have our habaneros. Again, these are optional. We're gonna set the temperature to broil, which is about 500 degrees, and then we're just gonna pop these in the oven. Typically, I'm gonna have the onions separated because I'll pull them out sooner. And I might pull those peppers out too, but that just makes it a little bit easier. So yeah. And we're gonna leave these in for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then check them. So I'll see you in 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so just pull these out of the oven. You can kind of see, I'm just gonna move these a little bit. Just gonna move the garlic a little bit, right? And then the vegetables here, like the tomatillos and the peppers, you'll see they kind of have like black chard on them, and that's good. So I'm basically just going to turn these over, and about another 7 minutes, maybe 8 on the other end. What I'm going to look for this time is more of this black charring on all of the tomatillos. So see you in about 5 to 8 minutes. Alright, so now we have our tomatillos roasted, pulled out, and you can kind of see that they're a little burned, which is how we want it. Yeah? Yep. So next what we're going to do is we're going to throw them in the blender. Okay, I take that back. I lied. That's not the next step. The garlic, we need to take the skin off. Now because we roasted it, it's gonna come off very easily, like so, right? So basically we're just gonna put that on the counter and make a mess to clean up later, because that's how we do it. And
that's how you do it.
Yep, that's how your mom did it last night. Oh, likes to make a mess. Just joking. Anyway, the skin's gonna come off super easy, as you can see, and I'm just gonna peel the rest off these real quick. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop all these in the blender. Well, maybe most of them, right? So I'm just gonna pop these in here. These are pretty hot. Now you'll notice the tomatillos, they're very soft, like all the way. They're super soft, which is kind of how you want them. If they're hard, that's probably not a good thing, because, well, they don't make good tomatillo salsa. And these, basically you can just pop these in here. Okay. Alright, so we've got most of the vegetables in here. We're gonna throw these in here. This is the onions with the Thai chili. Actually, you know what? Let's take these of the garlic, all the roasted garlics. And then we're going to just pick this up. It's very hot. And we're just gonna like throw the onions in there. I typically recommend using foil because your pan will get pretty disgusting sometimes. Alright, and we're gonna move over here real quick. We're gonna grab a couple limes, squeeze a couple limes in there. Okay, it's like quite a bit of lime juice. And you know, I cut the cilantro over there, and I was gonna throw it in, but I think I'm gonna omit the cilantro because I'm gonna be sharing this with somebody that doesn't like cilantro. So if you don't like cilantro, like maybe a quarter of you guys out there in the world, just feel free to omit that. All right. So now we're gonna put the lid on this. Whoa. Hello. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Which way is this going? This way? Yes, like this. And now we're gonna shake it up. All right. We're gonna pulse it. There we go. All right, now we're gonna turn it off. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop this off like so. Yes, it's gonna be very hot. And you can see all that stuff is blended up pretty well in there. And then the reason we held these other ones on the side is because we basically kind of want to make it a little bit chunky. So if that's not your style, then of course, you know, throw them all in there in the get-go. Oh, hello. It's kind of like stuck right there. Let's see, I'm gonna grab this. Now we want to basically use the juice that came from the tomatillos and sauce from everything. So basically we're just gonna dump that in there like so. Pop that off. Put this back on. And pop this here. And then we're gonna just do a quick pulse. Alright, so here we go. We're basically just gonna pour this into a bowl. You know, feel free to take the lid off if your blender allows it. Basically this lid, I feel like every time this lid comes off, it's gonna cut my face apart, so I feel more comfortable just using the little spout. Alright, now we need salt, which is like, I think it's the only spice we really put in here, right? Now, as far as an actual amount, I don't know, maybe like a quarter cup or something like that, but just add a little bit at a time until you feel pretty good. Just kind of taste as you go, but this is, the tomatillos, seems like they take a lot of salt to, oops, wrong one. They take quite a bit of salt to make perfect. So I'm just gonna add and then mix and then, you know, keep trying. But as you can see, it's a little bit chunky, which is awesome. Pause. All right, so now that's done, we're gonna taste it.
How is it?
It's really good. It's a little spicy, but sometimes when it sits overnight, it'll be a little less spicy. So what I may end up doing in the morning is I may be putting this in there. It's 1 million Scoville pepper extract, and it will make it a bit spicier. And honestly, in the morning, if it's still hot, I might cut it in half and then put some of this anyway, because I'm gonna take to my buddy John and have him try it, probably not tell him, and it's gonna be awesome. So anyway, this is Tomatillo Salsa and how you make it. If you like this video, if you like this recipe, you wanna see more, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will reply to all comments. Video number 2, super excited. Woohoo! Merry Christmas!